Yo, what is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ashley the Cat, and I am here today with our final match. I really paused for a long time there. I don't know why. There's no suspense. You should see from the title. This is the final match of our IBA Season 2. So we did take over a team. We have won 2 games, one of which is a forfeit, and one thanks to Scarf Bulu. That is why I did not have a video last week, by the way. I did. Troy ended up forfeiting to me, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to play him, but there's always next season. I know that he sticks around, and I'm sure we'll get the chance to play in the future. I understand people get busy. It's one of those things. It's unfortunate because I actually didn't have time to play, but I still wanted to, so it's a bittersweet. It's a bit of a relief that we didn't have to play, but I am still a little upset that we didn't get to play, I guess is the way it goes. But we are playing Nick this week. I actually just watched his video before I recorded mine because it was up and I was on my way back from work, and I just threw it on in the car, listened to it, because I already know what happens in the game. And he's a great battler. He was 6-5 to start this game, I'm fairly certain, and he does have a playoff spot locked, but this game determines seeding. Now my computer is running really slow right now. I think I'm hitting 11 FPS right now with literally nothing but Safari and OBS open, so that is a little bit of a problem. I will not be opening up my damage calcs, my showdown folder to tell you about this team because I don't have the CPU right now. And also, this is just another, so recently I had a bit of a losing slide, and I've started meeting with people to discuss team prep and team building, and it's going really great. However, this game was one that I did not get a chance to talk to anybody about, so this is just my prep. And I don't know if you've been watching the channel long enough, you know that my prep is not great prep, but I can give you the general rundown. We have Choice Band Bulu to pass Scolipede. We have Sub, I think, and Protect on our Scolipede just to try and get some shit up. We have Gigalith here. This is actually Sturdy, and it's AV. No, I'm not sorry. It's not Sturdy. I think it's something. Well, it might be Sturdy. Anyway, it's AV, and we'll have lots of Earthquake, Stone Edge, stuff like that, and it actually hits a lot of his team pretty well, so this is going to be a nice little pivot for me. Electrode is typical to the Electrode set I usually bring. It's got HP Ice for things like Zygarde, it's got Thunderbolt, it's got Volt Switch, and this week I brought Foul Play because if Zygarde starts setting up if Metagross starts setting up, that Foul Play is going to do a ton of damage. Alola is just your standard Wish Pass set. And Espeon, actually, except for the Weavile, I think it has a Life Orb, potentially, or maybe a Expert Belt, something of that nature. It does not have a choice move because it gets really good coverage that can wreck through a lot of his team, but it's not great choice locked, especially not with my pivots. This team in particular that I inherited is not a good team, in my opinion. It wasn't a good team before I made my edits, and it could possibly be a worse team after my edits. But with this team, I just wanted to take this opportunity to play with a bunch of Pokemon that I don't normally use, and I'll talk about that more when I do my post league video on these different mons that I have used. But we are actually just going to hop right into the match here. Throw it on slow, play with the music off, and we're going to lead with our big baller brand Electrode. So he's actually going to lead with his Electros, which is something I kind of imagine, and I'm just going to Volt Switch out. I don't really see a reason not to. TBH, there's not really a whole lot I can do to this Electros, and I need to keep my Electrode as healthy as possible because Ice Shard does, I think, 49% or something like that. So he probably can tell right there that is AV. I think he said in the chat he was just like, so I think you could probably tell it was AV at that point. And I am just going to switch here. I really don't want to take a Meteor Mash or anything like that. I'm just going to switch right here into my Alola, which is Rocky Helmet, by the way. So as you can see, that does 10. He does get the attack boost, which is really unfortunate, but the Rocky Helmet does take him down just a smidge. So now he is going to go for the Stealth Rocks here, as I think I might fire off a Wish, yeah, just in case. I can always start firing off Scalds now because I really don't have much for this, so I'm just going to fire off the Scald right here as he goes right back into his Electros, tanking that very well. this Electros is a really cool Pokemon that I know is good. I've seen a lot of people use it, but I don't think I've ever had the chance to play against one. So it's cool. I know it gets insane coverage, but now it is burned, so it is going to be taking a little bit of chip. It's not physical, so not a huge advantage in our favor, but we are going to go right out here into Electrode, try and tank the Volt Switch if it's coming, which it is. Only does 22%, so now we're out of range of a Weavile Ice Shard, and I was hoping that he would come in so that I could hit it with something, but unfortunately he is just going to go right to Metagross here, so sorry, hiccuped. Foul Play just was not doing enough damage, and I could not risk losing my Electrode on the Earthquake or anything like that, but he actually ends up pursuing me on the Volt Switch, and I'm going to go right here to my Scolipede. So now my Electrode is severely weakened, and based on that damage that I'm doing to this Metagross, this is a really, really bulky Metagross. And I'm looking at my team, and I don't really have anything for it, which is very, very unfortunate because this Metagross is definitely a huge threat. And that's one of the things that I would have really gotten a good look for with having someone help me with my prep, you know, just showing them and being like, okay, this is okay, but you're really weak to Metagross. I am going to miss the Mega Horn right there, which is really, really, really unfortunate because I really could have used that chip. It would have been very, very nice. And because this thing is just spamming Meteor Mash, I can't pass this speed into, oh, I think I do pass my speed into my Gigalith, just as a spoiler, but I absolutely cannot go Tapu Bulu, which is really unfortunate because Tapu Bulu, Choice Banded Bulu at +2 would have really laid some dents across this team, especially with Mega Horn in particular that I can think of. So he is just going to Meteor Mash there, do a ton of damage, and he has Bullet Punch and knocks me out. Totally forgot about Bullet Punch while I was playing. Had I remembered about Bullet Punch, I never would have gone into that. But I didn't really have a whole lot of things to go into, to be honest. I guess I could have gone into my Espeon, but my Espeon doesn't really benefit from the speed exactly. And I don't know, Gigalith just seemed like the most expendable member of my team, but as you can see, his Metagross is just absolutely running train right now, and I did not have a good matchup against his team. Zygarde is scary, Weavile is scary, he has a lot of really scary mons that I prepped for or over-prepped for, and left myself very weak to all this stuff right here going on. So instead of going for the Bullet Punch just to take me out, he is going to switch here into his Zygarde as I reveal that I have Foul Play. Unfortunately, I wish I could have maybe like T-bolted there or something. I'm not sure if he was a Dragon Dance set, I can't remember, but that would have been pretty nice if he could have Dragon Danced up right in there. But as you can see, he is just going to paralyze Extreme Speed, but he does activate my Static, which is really nice because now I can feel free to just go right back here into my Scolipede. I can protect if I want. I know I can't sub. I can't even remember if I have sub, but I can protect if I want. I can just fire off an attack if I want. I think I just chose to go for the protect. Yeah, I did. Just to be safe. I didn't really know what the Zygarde was going to do, so I just protect here, get my speed boost, and that was a really good switch on his part into the Garbodor because now I really can't afford to go into Tapu Bulu because if he just gunk shots here, then I'm screwed. But he actually reveals that he is Clear Smog, so that is going to do a shit ton of damage to Tapu Bulu anyway, and remove my speed boost. So overall, really, really, really good prep. He breaks out the spikes just to rub it in a little bit, and yeah, I'm just going to wish here. This game was pretty much lost, for my opinion, at this point, but it was a very freeing game, this one. Because this has been a rough season with this team. I've had a good time playing with it, and there's definitely mons on this team that I would love to use again and plan on using again. But this team has no synergy whatsoever, really. And it also lacks hazard control. It lacks reliable hazard setters. Just a whole lot of nonsense that this team really struggles with. So I'm going to go right here into Tapu Bulu, just try and start throwing off some Stone Edges. I really don't want to get 6-0'd because that's not good. That's not a good look, obviously. But we are just going to fire off a Stone Edge here. It's going to do not very much. He's going to fire off the clear smog and show me that that does well over half. So really, really good prep on his part. Bulky Metagross with Meteor Mash was putting in a ton of work. That Electros set was nice and bulky. As you can see, the grassy terrain actually enables him to live that crit, which is a little unfortunate for me. But I couldn't have switched in again anyway, and all he had to do was go Weavile and finish the job. So, and I know he said in his video he probably could have saved differential by switching here. I really appreciate that you didn't, Nick. It's always obviously getting 5-0 sucks just as much as getting 6-0'd, but it does make me feel a little bit better. You at least tossed me the Garvador. It's a little treat, a little thank you for the points. Thank you for the rec, not the wreck, the reputation. Thank you for the clout, basically, is what that was. He handed me the Garbodor as a peace offering. Really, really good game to Nick. He played fantastically. He prepped fantastically, and with my subpar prep, I really didn't stand a chance. Team matchup wasn't great. My team itself isn't great. But really, really good game. I hope he does well in playoffs. This is the end of our run. I think we are possibly like 4 and whatever, or maybe 5 and whatever. I can't remember if we were 3, if we had 3 wins or 2 wins when we took over. I think it was only 2, so I think we're 4 and 7 or 4 and 8 or whatever the math is. But not great. But also not a great team, and I think we learned a lot. I think we got better at prepping. This was good. This running through this season 2 was great practice. I've gotten to meet a lot of really cool people, and I'm very excited to hopefully be back for IBA season 3. So I will have Nick's link down in the channel below. You can go check out his videos. He's a great content creator, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe for all the bullshit. We do have some more UBLN videos coming up. I've got some cool Let's Plays coming up. I know that I'm about to edit an episode of a Let's Play to go up tomorrow, since this is going up on Monday. So hope y'all enjoyed. Really appreciate you coming by. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.